Hey guys, so I'm back with another video, and this time it's not about hair, but I'm going to be talking about the university that I attend, Georgia State University. So a few of you have been asking for some details about Georgia State and the pros and cons. How do I feel? Do I like my college? And just my experience as a student at Georgia State. So I am going to let you guys know how I truly feel. So I am now a senior in college. I am a journalism major, marketing minor, and I picked journalism just because it has a lot to do with what I personally have going on and personal goals that I want to achieve, like starting a podcast and starting my own business and just being a YouTuber and being an influencer and just learning more about my field. And I'm also very interested in magazines, beauty magazines. I do want to start my own hair company one day. So I went to communications so I can figure out how to communicate with buyers, influencees, and with people on the web, just communication in general. And also journalism has a lot to do with video editing, videography, photography, all that good stuff. So I think it's a well-rounded major that fit perfectly for me, which is why I chose journalism. And then marketing is my minor, of course, because I have to market myself and build my brand, etc. So a little bit about my experience so far. I started at Georgia State in 2015, fall of 2015. I graduated high school spring of 2015, and I was on campus from my freshman year to my junior year. So now it's my senior year, and I am commuting. And commuting really isn't that bad, to be honest. For those of you who do live somewhat close to Georgia State, I enjoy the drive. I enjoy driving to class and then getting off campus. Maybe it's because I'm a senior and I've already experienced, I was on campus for 3 years, so I've already experienced everything that I really needed to experience, and I've gotten that college experience that people actually go on campus for, which is why I feel like commuting is no problem. Living on campus was so much fun, y'all, so much fun. I made long-lasting friends. All the roommates I made, love them all to death. Those are still my girls to this day. And yeah, living on campus, I think if you're a freshman or a sophomore, you should definitely live on campus. Freshman and sophomore year, it is so worth the money, you guys. And I just think like being in the city and learning about Atlanta and learning about the surroundings, like now I can go to Atlanta and I won't even need a GPS because I know my way around there. I lived down there for 3 years. So, and like beforehand I was always in the suburbs, so I'm from Cobb County, so I never really knew that much about Atlanta. And then going down there and actually experiencing it and living down there for 3 years, I wouldn't change a thing. I absolutely loved living down there. And also, you don't have to be under your parents' roof, so you can get into some things, if you know what I'm saying. But good things. Don't be out here causing trouble now. For freshman year, I lived in Piedmont North, and I shared a room, one single room, with 2 other girls. So it was 3 of us in one room, and we shared a bathroom, and we would go and eat in the dining hall. And they do have the Panther Express, which is the bus that comes around and picks you up and takes you to the center of campus. To walk to campus from Piedmont North is about a 15-minute walk. And let me tell you, in the wintertime, you better bundle up now. You better bundle up, okay? It's cold. I think that it's good. Okay, well, some people do need their space. I think that freshman year, it's okay to live with somebody else, y'all. Like, it really is not that bad to live. Like, and like, don't be, like, I know, like, my first semester, I really wasn't opening up to my roommates like that. But then second semester, like, I really opened up and came out my shell, and we really had the best time, like, the best time ever. So, if you get a new roommate, you know, really open up to them and try to become friends with them. Like, once you get to know somebody and you live with them for a whole year, like y'all literally become besties. You learn so much about each other and you're able to be comfortable and be yourself and feel free. You don't feel like you have to, you know, put on a face or put in energy into creating a conversation. If it's awkward, let it be awkward. Like, don't force anything. Just let it be awkward. Let it be weird. Let there be that awkward silence. You know, just go through the motions. Like, it's really not that bad. So yeah, freshman year was pretty easy going. Just getting into the college life, into the college scene. I went to a lot of events. I tried to go to a lot of events, and they send a lot of stuff to your email so you know which events are taking place, and your residence hall will also host events, so you just come outside your room and the event is happening. So you don't even really have to like go anywhere or put in a lot of effort to go out and make friends. Making friends is really, really easy, especially your freshman year, because nobody knows anybody. Everyone's looking for a fresh start. Everyone's looking for new faces to meet. So yeah, that was my freshman year. So sophomore year, wow. Sophomore year was an experience. So sophomore year, I lived in the Commons, and I had 4 roommates. We all had our own rooms. It was one apartment, but we all had our own rooms, and 2 of us shared a bathroom. So there's 2 bathrooms, 4 rooms, 2 people per bathroom. That makes sense. Yes, okay. And we had a kitchen and a dining table and a living room, and we honestly, the 4 of us, we all bonded so well. We still, like, okay, so my freshman year roommates, we all still hang out and we all go out and have a great time. And it's the same thing with my sophomore year roommates. Those are my girls. Like, we still hang out, like, try to hang out at least once a month to this day. And I've even become really good friends with their close friends, because their close friends came over all the time. And it was literally like the 4 of us. And like, this probably sounds bad, but not really, because like, black women are awesome. But I was like, okay, so I was literally praying and hoping, like, before I even signed up for housing for sophomore year, I was praying and hoping that I had all black roommates, because I really wanted friends. Like, I really wanted, like, okay, so I had freshman year, I just had my roommates were really my only friends, and I just really wanted to make more friends. So sophomore year, I was really hoping that all my roommates would be black girls, and they were, and we all bonded so well, and I seriously love them to death. Like, wow, those are my girls for real. Like, I can talk to them about anything, at any time, at any moment. We do like these little Yelp thingies where we go like try out restaurants, and we'll either bash you on Yelp or we'll let you know that your restaurant is popping on Yelp. And we stayed in the room 808A. Wait, right? 808A. Yeah, we stayed in room 808 in building A. So we were on the 8th floor, and we had the best view in our room too. But anyways, back to Yelp. Yeah, so we title it 808A review or something like that, and we'll just either bash you or we'll give you love, depending on the service, the food, the restaurant, the decor, all that. So yeah, but back to our apartment. We had the best view of the city of Atlanta. I feel like I also had a really good view my junior year as well. I think my junior year view was the best view, but sophomore year was really good as well. And we really just had the best time, y'all. Like, we did everything together. We did photo shoots, we hung out, we had little end of the year kickbacks, we went out to eat, we went to the movies, we did all kind of stuff. And they had really cool, my roommates also had really cool friends, so their friends would just come to our place and we would all just go out together. We would go to parties, go to the club, we would go get hookah, we would do any and everything together, and it was just the best time. And actually, one of my roommates from my freshman year, she lived right down the hall, so I could easily just pop in and say what's up to her and see her and check in on her. So it was really, really cool. The Commons is definitely like, it's a lot better. It's a lot better, honestly, it's a lot better. But I think freshman year, you need to stay at Piedmont North, or what is it, Piedmont North or Piedmont, there's another, what is it called? Piedmont, there's a new housing called Piedmont something, I think. I don't remember what it's called. There's a new housing, but yes, if you're a freshman, stay in freshman housing, y'all. I'm telling you, it's so worth it. Sophomore year, definitely try to get into the Commons, because the Commons is like a community, and it's like so many rooms in there. It's literally like you just run all over the place. There's 4 buildings, building A, B, C, and D. And you can just run all up through there. You can find anything you need, anyone you need. It's really, really cool. So I enjoyed my time at the Commons. That was definitely a movie. And like your residence halls, they put on like little things, like you get free Waffle House sometimes, or they'll invite you down to like Thanksgiving dinner, and like there's just little different things going on. And all the washing machine or washers and dryers is free. All of it's free, so you have free washing and drying. They have these community rooms where you can go and study that have beautiful, beautiful views of the city. Well, from my building, from the Commons Building A, beautiful view of the city from the study rooms. It's a study room on each floor, and it's like all glass around it. It's gorgeous. Sophomore year was probably the best year I had in college, and I do think it's because I had such awesome roommates, and I was also kind of coming out of my shell a little bit more, and I felt comfortable around them. You know, when you feel comfortable around a group of girls, you're able to express yourself and share your interests and just bounce off of each other and support each other. So yeah, let's talk about academics a little bit. So sophomore year I did really well in academics. Classes weren't too hard. Still doing the general courses like your sciences, your maths, your literature, electives, things like those. Not too hard. Sophomore year I did struggle though. I'm pretty sure, yeah, sophomore year I had a little bit of depression going on. Just, I don't know why. I talked to a few friends and they said the same thing. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's just trying to find yourself and trying to find your place, and you're so uncertain about so many things. And you're transitioning from like high school and being like 18, to like being 19, almost 20, and just trying to kind of find yourself. I think I think at that time you're really trying to find yourself, and you're so uncertain about so many things. But yeah, I think you're just finally realizing like you're not a kid anymore, and it's really time to focus on what you want to do with your life. And also you find so many areas of like things you're not happy with yourself and how you look, and there's so many pretty people. Look, Georgia State got some baddies, okay? So let me just get that straight. Georgia State got some baddies, and they will have you questioning yourself. But just know you're a bad bitch too, okay? You're a bad bitch too, guys and girls. Because the course load increased a little bit more, and I was still like ready to party and like get out there, and I was in the middle of finding myself, and I had other influences of people like coming in my ear and trying to tell me what I should do, and you should do this and that and that. And I think at that time I really just needed to listen to myself and do what I want to do, instead of having people constantly try to guide me or tell me like you're not doing this and you're not on your ish and like all that kind of stuff. Like I didn't need that at that moment. At that moment I really just needed to find myself, and I found myself. So junior year I wanted to stay in the Commons, but they were full by the time I had signed up. I actually missed my day to sign up for housing. You guys, please be on your stuff if you're gonna stay in housing, because you will not get a room. Georgia State has actually overbooked their housing and has had to double up on beds in some people's rooms. So make sure that if you stay in housing, you are on your ish, okay? Alright, so junior year I stayed in the lofts because I didn't get to stay in housing, and I loved the lofts. The lofts, just the style of the lofts, I liked it better than the Commons personally. I don't know, I think the Commons is really like homey, like you're like in your family room, whereas the lofts is like you're in a loft in a high rise in the city. Like if I could, like if y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all will, and like watch my stories and stuff, y'all would have seen my view that I had from my window. I had a huge window, like a whole wall. The whole wall was basically glass, and I saw a direct view of the city in the daytime and at night. At any time of the day, the view was just absolutely gorgeous. And I had my own room, so I had one roommate. Actually, well, okay, so fall semester, my junior year, I had two roommates. They shared a room, but I had my own room. I wasn't sharing, after freshman year, I wasn't sharing with nobody, okay? You couldn't tell me nothing, okay? I was not sharing with nobody. And at that time, I'm a junior, like I'm old enough, like I need to have my own room, okay? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I need to have my own room. and I had a kitchen, and I just loved the style of the lofts. My room was huge. Oh my god, my room was huge. And the thing is, the lofts was only $30 more than the commons, so I wasn't like the price increase wasn't like too bad. But yeah, I love my room. I was able to record so much in there because of the setup, and man, I miss that apartment. But yeah, I had a nice living room. My living room had a beautiful view. I had a bathroom, shower, 2 sinks. Yeah, it was just great. It was just great. I really loved it there. I think lofts was my favorite. Is my favorite building. Yeah, lofts is my favorite housing building. But junior year, I definitely kind of stayed to myself a little bit more and just kind of like went to class, came back to my room, cooked dinner, went to the Auburn market, got some chicken, cooked whole chicken. I was just in the kitchen a lot, just chefing it up, really. In the kitchen, chefing it up, trying new things. Wow, the lofts was really great, y'all. Like, you should try to get in the lofts. Like, that was lit. I'm sorry. The lofts was so nice. I really loved it there. So junior year, I did get into my major courses, and I think junior year was just a really good year. Like, I didn't have any major ups or downs. I didn't deal with like any type of depression or anything. I hung out with my friends a lot, made new friends, and just being down there, it's so easy to like get with your friends and just meet up and hang out whenever you guys want. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, I think I'm really happy that I stayed on campus for 3 years, because it gave me just a taste of what not living with your parents is like. You know what I'm saying? And it was really worth it. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn how to take care of yourself. You make decisions for yourself. You don't have to tell somebody where you're going every 5 seconds. You can just walk out the door and just go and do you and be you, and you can come home at 4 a.m. or you can skip class and not go at all. You don't have anyone like up under you or trying to push you to do something that you don't want to do, or nobody badgering you to death. So I think living on campus was really great. Yeah, junior year, my courses were okay. They definitely got harder. Like, I did have 15-page papers and stuff, but honestly, that stuff, you get through it. Honestly, you get through it. I'm the person who does stuff last minute, so yeah, and I still enjoyed that. I still enjoyed junior year. Like, junior year was freaking great. So junior year, sophomore year, amazing. So now I'm in my senior year, and my courses are definitely getting hard. It's really hard to balance being an influencer and trying to take pictures and create videos, edit videos, do collabs, prepare for the future, find jobs. I have an internship also, and I have to sit here and record videos and just trying to put myself out there more. And I have things I want to accomplish before I actually graduate, so that once I graduate, it's already set up and it's already in the works. That way I don't have to rely on just getting a job. I can also rely on my business and the things I've set up for myself. Yeah, so senior year is going good. It's definitely hard. I'm definitely struggling, not gonna lie, just trying to keep up the pace of the work. And I feel like I had senioritis more junior year than this year, because now this year I have like a little boost of energy to keep going because I'm almost to the finish line. But junior year, I was like, oh my gosh, this is never gonna end. I still got another year to go. Somebody please help me, save me. So yeah, I think now that I'm a senior, I'm so ready to be done that I'm just pushing through. I'm pushing forward, and I don't mind commuting. I am able to get to class on time. I'm have about a 20-minute drive without traffic, and with traffic it's about 20, almost 30 minutes, but usually it's not 30 minutes, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, but if you're commuting, I will say that parking is a doozy, and getting on the bus, like you can be on time getting to class or getting to campus, but you can keep, okay, so commuters park at Blue Lot. That's where most commuters park, is Blue Lot. And then from Blue Lot, you get on the Blue Route bus, and the Blue Route bus will take you to Langdale, which is right at the center of campus. So you can get to Blue Lot on time and be on time to class, but the bus will end up making you late. So you need to make sure that if you're gonna commute, make sure that You leave ahead of time and have enough time, about 15 minutes, for the bus to come and carry you to campus. And then on high traffic days, you want to come about 20 minutes early. So yeah, that's what I have to say about commuting. It's going good so far. It's honestly not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be dreading it because I miss my freedom and my independence. But honestly, I still have that. I still have it. My parents understand that, you know, I'm 21 now. I'm a growing girl. And I can really do what I want. Well, that's the type of parents I have. I don't know if that's the same situation for everyone else, but my parents are very understanding and very laid back and low key at times. Yeah. So, let me talk a little bit about financial aid. So, financial aid can be annoying. So, I suggest you get your FAFSA in early. And make sure you get all that taken care of, because you don't want to be 2 weeks away from the deadline and your stuff is not in, because then you'll be panicking and rushing and you'll be worried. And it's just a headache. Like, you don't want to do that. Financial aid is already difficult to deal with. Georgia State already has you on the phone for 3 hours trying to get in contact with one person just to be on hold for another 6 hours. So get all that stuff in early. Advisement is the people who help you, you know, figure out your schedule and your plan for graduation and all that good stuff. So with advisement, I think that you should do degree works. There's in pause tells you your financial aid, and that's how you sign up for classes and stuff. So in pause, definitely use degree works to tell you what classes you need for your major or your minor and your electives and all that stuff, because the advisors literally tell you all different things. Like, I've never had an advisor that's told me the same thing that another advisor has told me. Like, they all have they all tell you need some class when you didn't even really need it. Like, you're just wasting money, clearly. Like, I had one advisor tell me that I needed another math class when I really didn't need another math class. So if I had listened to that advisor and signed up for a math class, I would have wasted $1,000+ on a class I didn't even need for my major. I'm in journalism, so why would I need another math class when I've already had my standard basic math class? But yeah, just things like those. So definitely double check, and also use degree works to help you figure out what you need for your major or minor. Next, what else do I want to talk about? Georgia State events. So Georgia State has a lot of on-campus events. Georgia State has something going on every week. You're literally never bored. We used to have Plaza, which they had my freshman year, and by my sophomore year they got rid of it. Ain't that a shame? So we had Plaza, which was, I know all my old Georgia State people are probably like, yo, Plaza was lit. Boy, man, Plaza was lit. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 12:15, you would go to Library Plaza, which is like the exact, like, dead center of campus. And all the Greeks would be out there strolling and doing their little dances, and you would have little competitions and music, and it would just be like, okay, so Georgia State has a strong black community, so it would just be all the black people out there basically having like a block party in the middle of the day every Tuesday and Thursday at 12:15. And it was just the best times. But they got rid of it. They moved it to our Student Center Plaza, and by then it just died out. Like, it just wasn't the same anymore, and nobody really showed up anymore, because you know, Library Plaza was a tradition, you know, and that's where everyone had the most fun, and everyone got to see each other and put on their best fit on Tuesday and Thursday and just go out there and have a good time. And then they banned it and like moved it and stuff, and it was just lame. So it kind of died out. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, Georgia State is still really lit. Georgia State also has a lot of guest speakers and special speakers. They have a lot of clubs. Like, you'll find somewhere to fit in. Georgia State is really diverse. I've never been to such a diverse school. We have so many foreign exchange students. We have so many black people, so many white people. We have everybody. We have Asians, Hispanics, everybody is there. And we all kind of just come together, and it's like a culture. Like, we have a culture. Like, the city life, I don't know, we all just be dressing, really. We be dressing nice. Like, the city life just makes you feel like, you know, you have somewhere to go and somewhere of importance, and it makes you like, I don't know, I just love the city life. Like I love being down there. Like the atmosphere is different. Like even when I just drive down there like to meet up with some friends, I'm just like, oh yes, this is my city. Like this is my city, okay? ATLANTA was good. So yeah, living downtown, you get to eat, so many places to go and hang out, lounges, clubs, you get to meet new people. Like literally you meet people out of nowhere. Like you just, and you keep seeing them around, because Atlanta's like, it's like big, it's like a big small city. Everybody know everybody, like it's familiar, like we know each other. We know familiar faces, especially if like with like social media helps us connect people a lot. Yeah, Georgia State is really, really fun. I really, really do enjoy Georgia State, I'm not gonna lie. Just the only things that really annoys me is like the things they do to inconvenience students, like just financial aid taking forever and not getting in your paperwork and posting your refund status and things like that. But yeah, oh let me go back to housing for a second. So with housing, you can check people in, check people out, but you only have 6 overnights per month. And those overnights start from 2 a.m. The overnight starts to 6 a.m. So if you check anyone in between 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., that counts as overnight. And yeah, you just have limited overnights, which really kind of sucks. But you know, they just don't want, we're in the city, so they don't just want anybody walking up in there and like living there, you know what I'm saying? And also they do make sure you check in and check out your guests, and you can have up to 3 guests at a time. And they do, I know the check-in check-out system sounds annoying, because at like colleges like Kennesaw State, you can just have anybody up in there anytime, any place, anytime, any day. But Georgia State is downtown Atlanta. You cannot do that, because it's some crazies. It's some crazies down there, okay? And not, you can just have anybody up in there. Like they've had robberies in the dorms and stuff. So that's when they put in place the check-in and check-out system to make sure that everyone stays safe. And you have to stay with your guests at all time, because if your guest is like, oh, I'll be right back, and you're like in your room chilling, and they go and rob 3 rooms while you in there chilling, where did this person come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did they even get in the building? They need to know, you know. So it might seem extra, and I promise you, it was so annoying for me. Like so annoyed, but like it really, they do it to protect you. And I felt safe in all my dorms with that system in place. There was never a question. I never felt unsafe at all, especially being in downtown Atlanta. Yeah, I just want to talk a little bit more about the academics for those of you who are thinking about transferring or just want to know a little bit more. So I think that the courses are not too challenging. Freshman and sophomore year, honestly, nothing is really challenging. It's just doing the work. Like it's there's just work to do. Like, you just have stuff to do. You just got to do it. It's not hard. It's just stuff to do. Like you just have to do it. So I think just managing your time well and just getting your assignments done, do work before play. That system always worked best for me, so that's what I would advise you guys to do. I have friends at Southern as well, and no, we do not have a rivalry, but I almost went to Southern, and no. I think the city life is the life for me. Like I love Atlanta. Literally everything, you don't even need a car. Like everything is walking distance. You can literally walk to the store, walk to Walgreens, walk to go get some food, walk to your friend's place. You just walk to class. Like you just walk everywhere. Like everything is walking. And if you have to Uber somewhere and it's in Atlanta, Uber's like what, $4? That's affordable for a college student. $4 Uber, $4 to get there, $4 to get back. That's $8 in all, you guys. So we have the highest percentage of Black graduates out of any college in the country. That means we graduate more Black people than any HBCU. So keep that in mind for my Black college, for my Black scholars out there, okay? Georgia State, the illustrious Georgia State University. But yeah, homecoming. So homecoming is always a lituation. You just meet up with your friends, and like being downtown, we do have the AUC, which is the Atlanta University Center, and that is Spelman, Morehouse, and Clark, we all just meshed together with the AUC, and we all would just see each other at the same parties. Like, oh, you go to Spelman? My Spelman sister, this is my Georgia State sister, you know what I'm saying? So it's really, really cool. It's a really good experience. It's a lot of black people down there. For those of you who are afraid to go to a PWI or whatever. But yeah, it's really, really cool. I really enjoyed Georgia State, and I'm almost done. So I'll be graduating May of 2019, and I really just cannot wait. I'm gonna be sad, yes, to leave Georgia State, but I've enjoyed my time. I've enjoyed my college experience, and it's time to move on. You know, once it's over, it's over. Just make the most of it while you can. Like, while you're there, don't complain about how just live in the moment and live for right now. Focus on you, do you, and just have a good time. Georgia State is really cool, really good. It's easy to make friends, and you should have no problem finding friends at Georgia State and having a great time. So I hope this video helped you guys just decide a little bit about whether you want to go to Georgia State, or if Georgia State is not for you. Maybe you're not a part of that city life, but it's totally up to you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.